Hi students, let us learn about force and pressure today. But before going into the force, we have to know about momentum. Momentum means mass into velocity. Um, for example, take a ball which is laying on the floor, which is at rest. So initially the ball does not have any velocity. So initial velocity I am taking it as u. Initial velocity u is 0. Why? Because the ball is at rest. So I applied some force. I applied some force on it. The ball started moves in that direction in a straight way. After reaching some distance, here I kept an object. So the ball, after applying force, it attains some velocity. So at this point it is having some velocity v. Consider this u as initial velocity and this v as final velocity. So what is the momentum here? Momentum mass into velocity. Momentum is denoted by P, mass with m and velocity with v. P is equals to mv is the formula for momentum. So what is the momentum of the ball here? That is m into u. Here m into v. The ball took some time to reach from here to here. Time t. Now see, so initial momentum of this body, initial momentum of this ball, where u equals to 0 is 0. Here p equals to 0. U is 0, so m into u will become 0. Here what is the momentum? P equals to m into v. Mass of the ball into velocity attained by the ball at the point of collision here. So what is force? Force means rate of change of momentum. According to the Newton's second law of motion, force means rate of change of momentum. Rate of change of momentum. That means what is momentum? mu and mv. What is rate? Time taken by the ball to reach from here to here is rate, that is time t. Change in momentum means final momentum minus initial momentum. So final momentum minus initial. By time, rate of change of momentum. So what is the final momentum? mv. What is the initial momentum? mu by time t. Here and here m is common, so take m as common. m into v minus u by t. V minus u by t means acceleration. So I am writing v minus u by t as a. So we got force F. F is mass into acceleration. See, now I am applying some force on the ball. Initially the ball is at rest. So initial momentum of the ball is 0. Now I applied some force on the ball. Is not hitting. See, I applied a small force on the ball so that it cannot flip the duster. Now I applied some more force on the ball. See now what happened? I applied some more force. For the third time, the ball was able to flip the duster. In the first time, all the times initial momentum. Initially the ball is at rest, but if the velocity is increased, the first time the duster does not fall, but in the third time the duster was fall because the velocity becomes more. If it is getting more velocity, the force applied by us is more. If we apply more force, we will get more velocity. That means we are doing more work to produce more force. Now work. If we apply more force, we will get a good result. So what is work? For applying more force, we should do more work. So work is related to force. And how much force we applied, that much distance it will travel. That means, see, work we can write it as force into displacement. Force into displacement. That means W equals to F dot S. W means F dot S. So force into displacement. How much force we apply, that much distance the body will travel. If the distance of the path, if the path is a straight line, that distance is said to be a displacement. See, there is a ball and I applied some force on the ball, small force, take that as F1. The ball covers some distance S1. Now I applied force on the same ball, but F2, force applied by me in the second case, is more than the force applied by me in the first case. That means F2 is more than F1, then it will cover more distance than before. If F2 is greater than F1, then S2 will be greater than S1. For more force, we will get a more distance, more displacement. Now, initially the ball is at rest. There is no force exerted on the ball. So work done on the ball is 0. Now I exerted a small force F1 on the ball. It got some displacement S1 from here to here. This is the displacement from here to here. So the force applied by me is F1, a small force I applied. Now if I apply more force, we will get a more displacement. Second time I applied more force F2, it got more displacement. So I have done more work for the second time than the first time. So me is more. Here we got more work W2. Here we have done less work W1. So W2 is greater than W1. So this is work done. Pressure. Pressure means force acting per unit area. Force by area. So see, if we exert some pressure on the chapati dough, the shape of the chapati dough will change. While making chapatis, you will exert some force on the chapati dough to change the shape of it. That means you are exerting some pressure. If you are pumping a tire, you are exerting some air pressure on the tire so that the air filled in the tire and the tire will expand. That is called pressure. So pressure we can apply pressure on solids, liquids and gases. So on the solids the formula is force by area. On liquids, liquid pressure is HdG. So in the liquids, pressure depends upon HdG. In air also. So fluid pressure formula is also HdG. That means pressure exerted in air, pressure exerted in liquid have the are having same formulas. That means HdG. H means height, D means density, and G means gravity. For example, let us do an experiment on a liquid pressure. Take a bottle and fill it with water. Make 3 holes. Like this. Now what will happen? Keep the water on a surface. Now what will happen? That water from these holes will come out. So from which hole the water will come forcefully? For example, this is the first hole, second hole, third hole. From which hole the water will come out with more force? From the first one, the water will come out with more force. So it will be like this. Why? Because see, this much amount of water is exerting pressure at this point, and only this much small amount of water is exerting pressure at this point. Even more small amount of water is exerting pressure at this point. So if pressure is more, the distance traveled by the water will be more. In this case, here height is taken as a depth. D1. So D1 from level of the surface of the level of the water to this hole is D1. This is the second one, D2. For the second hole I am taking it as D2. Third one. For the third hole I am taking it as D3. So which one is more? D1 is more. So here pressure will be P into, in the place of H I am writing it as D1. So density D dash. Density of the water is same for the 3 holes into gravity. So this is called pressure which is acting on the liquids. So let us do an experiment now. I took a waste bottle and I made 1, 2, 3, 4 holes for this bottle. Now I am filling this bottle with water. From this third hole, the water is going far than the second one, than the first one. See, now the first one is decreasing, the second one is less displacement, and the third one is getting more displacement due to the pressure exerted by the water from here to here, from this point to this point. It is having more depth.